In the days of King Arthur, a knight of foreign birth came to the court by the name of Lonval. It was said that he was the son of a foreign king, but no one knew for sure. As the gossip of the court said, who knows what a king does with his extra sons? Perhaps he got lost on the way to the monastery. He was rather laughed at, since he had a pious look to him. But he was a sensitive young man. And the gossip of the court and the shallowness of its life affected his heart, and one day, in a state of loneliness, he went walking in a green meadow, and there, with sheer exhaustion and sadness, fell asleep. He was woken by something he could not say what, and when he looked up, he saw coming towards him two beautiful maidens, dressed in purple, and one was carrying a golden basin, and the other a linen cloth over her arm. And they came to him and they said, Lonval, our mistress wishes to see you. Let us wash you first. So they washed Lonval from the golden basin, and they took it, handed their surcoats, their great floating surcoats, and he took them, and they led him into a meadow filled with bluebells, filled with fairies and nymphs, and there in the middle of a meadow, the pavilion, such as you've never seen before, a pavilion hung all with cloth of gold, a single flap of this tent, worth an emperor's kingdom, so encrusted with jewels and beauty was it. And the two maidens stood at the side of the pavilion, and above it a great carved eagle, all wrought of the finest gold. And the two maidens dressed in purple drew back the flaps of the tent, and there within lay a maiden as lovely as the lily and the rose in early summer, lying on a bed. And Lonval went in, and the tent flaps closed, and the lady said, Lonval, I want you as my lover. And Lonval said, but how can you want me? Because I'm so poor. I'm not like the other grand knights of Arthur's court. I'm just poor. How can you want me? Ah, said the lady, in our kingdom we see with our hearts, and I have long watched you and seen your goodness. And so, Lonval and the Faerie maiden, for such was she, became lovers. And afterwards, the fairy said, stay here with me, Lonval. Be my consort. I can't, said Lonval, I can't. I'm not worthy of such an honour. Then go, said the lady, until you find yourself worthy. But take these gifts. And she gave him a purse that was always full of money, and she gave him a horse of the finest, milkiest white, with trimmings of gold and jewels, and she gave him a sword and beautiful white armour. And she said, there is just one thing I ask of you. I will come to you whenever you call me. You need only come to this meadow and I will be with you. But you must never speak of me to anyone. For if you speak of me, never again will I come to you. Never again will I lie with you. Never again will you be mine. And Lonval went back to court. Well, the false and fair Guinevere, who had never till that moment taken any notice of Lonval, this simple vassal of the king in her court, what do you think she felt when she saw him coming into the castle on his great white horse in his fine white clothes and his money that never runs out? Who is she? Who is that man? She asks all her serving maidens. Why? It's Lonval. Lonval, what has happened to you? Where have you been this long time? And from whence came these fine clothes? And in that moment, desire stirred in her heart, and she was determined to make him hers. Well, she trusted her serving maidens to bring her news of every word, every deed, every action of Lonval. And word came. Lonval, with his good heart and his purse full of money, he helped widows. He paid musicians. He got innocent people out of jail. Paid their bail. Set up little schools. Healing gardens. But he was never seen, ever, with any kind of lady love. Thought Guinevere. Well, Arthur also noticed Lonval and his goodness and knighted him, so Lonval was raised to a higher rank in the court.